Welcome. We are here to play The King is Dead by Vincent and Meg Baker for playing the Firebrand system. I'm Mads, they, them pronouns, and I have some experience with some Firebrands games such as Hearts of Magic, Once More Into the Void, and recently you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. So I really enjoy this system, and I think it's a lot of fun with all the mini games and all the ways that people can get entangled emotionally. But I'm just enjoying the ability to introduce yet another game to a table. So yeah, I mean, I'm going to popcorn this over to David.
Hi, David S. He, him pronouns. I've never played a Firebrands game in my life before, but I'm very excited. I don't have a whole lot else, I guess, to say on my end, but looking forward to it.
Cool.
I'll go to Stephen.
Hi there, I am Stephen, he, they. I've played a bunch of um, uh, Firebrands type games. Most recently, I think the one I played was Once More Into the Void.
Mm-hmm.
That I play. We did a whole series of that. It didn't end well for our characters, but it was fun.
Usually doesn't. But anyway, want to popcorn it over to someone?
Yeah, sure. Guy.
I'm Guy, he, him pronouns. I've played a few Firebrands games. The last one that I played was actually this one, was The King Dead.
Oh,
It is dead, but like face to face with actual cards. So I'm super curious to know how playingcards.io works with this, and hopefully I won't mess it up. That's what I'm always worried about with
hopefully
these
I won't
things. We'll
mess it
see.
up.
I'm going to choose to popcorn it over to Tiest. Yeah.
Hi, Tiest, he, they. Tiest rhymes with beast. That's easy. I've played the original Firebrands and I've played The King is Dead. Indeed, by pure coincidence, it was face to face with Guy, um, like half a year ago or something.
Yeah, there's no scores to settle though, so we'll be
I
fine.
was going to ask. I mean, like, are we like in the middle of an ongoing trial here?
No,
So
no.
okay.
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Awesome. All right. Welcome again to everyone. I'm just going to do a quick safety concept, aim, tone, and subject matter, and then going over the safety that we have available, and then go into the game itself. Okay. So for the King is Dead, the King of Banteave, Avard III, High Prince of the House Dillestone, of and sovereign of the seaward coast, has died without heir. Civil war is certain. You're a young warrior prince or warrior princess of one of the royal houses of Banteave. You're caught up in the looming war of succession. To see your house exalted, you'll have to fight and scheme, allying with your rivals and betraying your friends, falling in love with your enemies, daring danger, adventure, romance, and war. You were born for this. So, your aim is to exalt your house and ascend to the throne. The general rule is that you can always read out what's written on each of the games, verbatim, fill in any blanks from your own imagination. You can ad lib instead if you like, but you should convey the thrust of what's written and try not to contradict what's written. Either way, you can always elaborate freely. Play easy, play fair, and always let the other players make their own decisions for themselves. Whenever anyone asks you a question about your character or the current situation, answer it. If you don't know the answer, make it up. You can always ask for suggestions if you're stuck. And if you find that you've missed a rule or played a game incorrectly, just try to go along with the other players and do what's most fair. You can always work out what should have happened later when you aren't playing. The tone. The game plays like medieval-like historical drama, so while there may be hints of humorous banter, we should always return to a range of dramatic tension due to political rivalry and standing. Subject matter. Real medieval European history is full of people of different genders, sexualities, races, abilities, and religions, in positions of power from the lowest levels to the highest. While this game is ahistorical, it still can and should reflect the diversity of history. As you create and play your character, look beyond the stock figure of the whitewashed medieval crown prince. This ahistorical play for a throne could include aspects of violence and intrigue and field battles, and the possibility of character death. Everyone's safety comes first, so there are safety tools available to help play safely. I like to use the X card, so of course if there's anything that comes up as objectionable in an unfun way, please say X card out loud, or write in X in the chat, or make X with your arms in the video. Just anything to signal like we need to stop, find out what needs to be X carded, take that out, and then resume play from there. We will clarify what needs to be X carded, but we will never ask why. There's also script change that is available. So pause, similar to the X card, but I mean, in this case, it would be like, oh, can we pause to discuss this, like whatever topic it is or whatever issue may be coming up. And then we can even go offline for that, discuss it, and then only resume when the person who brought it up feels comfortable to resume. Okay. There's also fast forward. So if there's a point where, let's not role play this out fully, let's just go ahead and fast forward to a different time period, or like past this scene, you can totally fast forward. Or if you've made a decision and you're like, oh wait, can we go back to that particular moment, and you can rewind to that moment and then play it in a different direction. Okay, so that's available to you. And obviously I've gone over cats, and we also have lines and veils. So there's a safety tab in the character keeper I've provided. So if you haven't already, mark your lines, which are things we will not include in the game whatsoever, even though this is, again, ahistorical drama. Like, there's certain things in history that we just don't want to have in our game. Okay, straight up. And then there's veils, things that may be mentioned, things that may be included in a backstory, a flashback, a memory, but we don't have to role play them out fully, and we don't have to get graphic about what the topic is. So those would be veils. There's also an ask first column. So if you think that there's a topic, that you just want people to kind of tread carefully with, please mark that as an ask first. And of course, interest. Sometimes people want to see, I don't know, body horror, or talk about religion, as part of the gameplay, depending. I mean, you can mark that as an interest. The only thing that I ask is that you do not try to downgrade anything from a line into a veil, or a veil into an ask first, and so on and so forth. It's like, once it's in one particular column, it's like, leave it there unless you want to upgrade it, because it's a little touchy. Okay, no problem. And if this is a living, changing document, if there are any additions, changes, what have you, please, feel free and, hint us in the chat, or, again, signal for us to pause and, maybe want to take a look at the safety sheet just to double check to make sure that this is not coming into territory that we have to worry about. Okay. Let's all take a look at the safety sheet so we're all on the same page. Okay. We want to have fun while we're playing, as I said before, and we want to make sure that everybody feels like they're being heard and feels comfortable, okay? Even though we're trying to probably battle for a throne. It's fine. It's good. It's okay. So anyway, and there's also a relationship romance matrix that I included in the safety sheet as well. So please mark yourself off as whether you're willing to have a relationship / romance with PCs, NPCs, or no, or maybe, or whatever. And then if you have any particular preferences, any notes that you need. Okay. So that is my quick safety and cats and such. Any questions so far about what's going on? Okay, cool. So The King is Dead, again, is a Firebrands game. And Firebrand's system is usually made up of a bunch of mini games, which we take turns in picking a mini game, and then the game will determine how many people could be involved. It would indicate to the person who picked it, is it one player? Is it everybody involved? I mean, however many is included. And this particular mini game is this particular system. We are going to be playing with a deck of cards, and we're going to be using playingcards.io, that room that I've created. So all the players are in it, and we're going to draw cards as indicated by each of the games. All right. So, let's see. I'm going to start shuffling and dealing each player a hand of 3 cards. And this hand that I'm going to be dealing out represents your house's muster, its blood claim to the throne, its wealth, its serfs and vassal nobility, and its ready warriors. It's all come into play, once we start playing each of the games, because it'll indicate what exactly you're trying to stand with each of the cards that you have in your hand. Okay, so while I'm doing that, take a look at the noble houses tab if you haven't already. Those are the houses available to you. It doesn't matter, I think, if we have duplicates for houses. I mean, there's going to be some upper unrepresented houses, I'm assuming. So just pick the house that you feel that you want to portray, that you feel the most comfortable portraying while I do the shuffling of the deck. Okay? So just a quick thing. Again, we play by taking turns. On our turn, we choose a game to play. We turn to that game and follow the rules we find. And we go around the table at least once and then keep going if we want to. Since this is a two-shot, I started realizing it's like, this is usually probably easier to develop if it was like a three-shot or more, just because it's like, we can sit with each of the games like a little bit longer, but it's okay. It is what it is. And so we'll play whatever we can get into. Each of the cards, let's see, we can start with the game of Intrigue and Muster, which is a singular game we each play like by ourselves, and you'll see why. And then when we end the game, the whole game itself, we end with Endgame, the Coronation. And then when we play that Coronation, like however many cards we have in our hand by that end, will assert like how much claim to the throne we actually have and judge our house's fortunes. So we're trying for face cards, including aces, which are usually high, and cards of many suits. So jacks and twos are also significant in the endgame. If you have one, look ahead and decide whether you prefer to hold on to it or discard it. So you can sort of try to game this. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. If you don't know which game to choose, Intrigue and Muster is a good choice. It's quick, and you can use it to set off the next round of action. A reunion is also a good choice if you know who you want to play a game with, but not which game to play. All right, so let's see. Unless otherwise indicated, aces are always high. And in case for a tie, for the purposes of taking the first turn, hearts are higher than diamonds, higher than clubs, and then higher than spades. Okay. But let's make some characters first. So, after looking at the noble houses tab, has everybody kind of figured out which house they like the best, or like what they want to play? And again, it's no problem if we want to have more than one of House Oak or something like that. I can always duplicate that particular column. So no worries. I mean, like if you're really like set on doing that, I mean, like I can make duplicates of each column as needed. So I'm thinking either House Oak or House Sandoreale. So
that's good. Those were. Go ahead.
I'm leaning towards Sandoreale or Antyre.
Okay.
What were you going to say, David?
I think I'd like to be Dillestone or Luneste. Sorry, David. Yeah, you.
Yeah, I was also probably thinking Dillestone or Luneste. Either one is good though.
Okay, Stephen.
In that case, I was thinking Luneste or Antyre, so I think I'll go with Antyre since it sounds like we have two people kind of eyeballing those other Luneste.
Okay. All right. So, what are you feeling, Tiest?
I'm good for Sandoreale if you're okay with that, Mads.
All right, I'll take Oak. All right, cool. And Guy, David, which of you wants to do what?
We're already PvP.
Right.
I'm quite flexible, and you always do this, don't you? Yeah. So polite.
Right. I will try Luneste.
All right.
Cool. I'll go Dillestone then.
Okay. So go down to like further down the bottom and then fill in your player name, of course, and then pronouns. And then character name is always the worst, so save that for last. Pick an attractive quality for yourself. That'll be the first row. And then we're going to go around the table for each of us to pick another attractive quality for the person that in question that's asking. And it's okay if 2 or more characters share the same attractive quality, but if someone chooses one for you that you don't want, have them choose a different one instead. That's perfectly fine. Because I'm imagining that, when you do the attractive qualities, this is the way that you're going to try and steer your character through the games and steer your character through decision making. So yeah. Whatever your attractive quality is that you pick, you make sure it's the one that you really want.
Is this game, because we're going to have a lot of attractive qualities, because sometimes when these games have pick lists, when you pick certain things, it sort of also implies that you do not possess the other qualities. You know what I mean? Like if I don't select patient, that implies that I am impatient. Is that the case necessarily here?
I mean, we can assume that, but then again, you don't know if somebody else might pick patient for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is where it's kind of like a call of what will everybody see in your character, right? And then it's up to you to decide whether you think that embodies you or if you want them to pick something else that seems closer. And then everything else is pretty much up for grabs.
I'm thinking it a lot of the way here is that these are the things that make you attractive. If you don't have patient, you might be a patient person. If you are not, but that doesn't make you. But your patience doesn't make you attractive.
Yeah. You are not attractively patient.
Right. Yes. Yeah, that doesn't assume that I'm gonna actually sit there and listen to you if I'm not listed as patient at all, that kind of thing. So who knows? But yeah, boy.
Sorry, I changed my mind. I couldn't stay away from brooding. Just yeah.
That
was
was
that in
that
the
was
first list.
Well, I mean, you are
attractively brooding.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the ruling prince, the ruling house.
Yeah, we are
for
the
now.
royal house.
For the royal house for now. Just so long as you don't start talking to skulls, I'm okay with it. It's fine. Alrighty. Okay. So don't want to. We'll go back and forth. So we'll start from the left and then go back around. So let's start with. Let's see. So we're going to start from the House of Antyre, Stephen's character, and let's see, let's go in the order of the character keepers. So Guy, pick the first attractive quality for Stephen's character.
I think you're accomplished at arms.
Okay. And David, next attractive quality for Stephen's character?
I'm gonna say devout.
Let's see. I'm gonna say widely traveled. And Tiest.
Yeah. I feel like throwing a little bit of a. I'm going to say musical.
Ooh. So, however you want to make of those. All right. So now we're going to go to the House Dillestone. Stephen, pick the first attractive quality for the House Dillestone.
Okay, let's see here. You already have brooding.
It might be worth saying that we can duplicate these, I think, can't we, as well?
Yeah,
Because there are, so we could all be musical if we wanted to.
Exactly. I mean,
go in
it's
that
all
direction.
musical. I mean, it's fine. could be a conversation starter for later, like when we have a conversation over food or whatever, so.
I think that you are tall.
David, the next attractive quality for House Dillestone?
Witty. I think that goes well with brooding. You have kind of maybe a cynical wit.
Nice. Okay. My turn. I think you can be energetic, even while you're brooding.
Hmm.
And Tiest.
I like the witty, but I'm gonna have thoughtful.
Oh,
He was where I was going as well.
all right. Now House Luneste is on the block. All right, so Stephen, please pick out the first attractive quality for House Luneste.
Sure, I'm gonna go with devout.
Okay. Then Guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with good-hearted.
I'm gonna go with. Oh, where is that? Cheerful. And
Goodness
Tiest.
me.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Mm.
I'm just so pleasant.
Okay.
That's what we think you are. Like, yeah.
I mean, who knows
Yes.
what's underneath?
You seem
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good-hearted.
Yeah.
You got a
You
strong
appear
claim.
egregious. Yeah.
It's all good. Okay. Now it's me. So, Stephen, what's my first attractive quality after resourceful?
Which do I want to go with here? I'm thinking I like the idea of shy, if that works for you.
Absolutely. Cool. All right. Guy?
Yeah, you're widely traveled.
Okay. David?
Going along with widely traveled, I think educated.
Okay. And Tiest?
So cosmopolitan, all these people. I like a resourceful, shy, widely traveled, athletic
Nice.
young person.
I think that kind of works. It's like if I'm going with like a more of a bodyguard kind of thing. That seems to make sense. All right. Stephen, what's the first attractive quality of House Sandoreale?
Okay.
The usurpers. Never mind. Not trying to bias anybody. No.
Just to make things difficult for the usurpers, I'll go with steadfast.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Guy?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I can't resist anymore. You're also musical.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I resisted making everyone picking it for everyone, but I think like 2 musical nights would be good. Yeah.
Again, if we did Oops All Musical, I mean, again, something to talk about. It's fine.
I'm just picturing that musical 1776 where Ben Franklin and everyone's dancing around.
Oh my god.
Okay, I will go. Let's see. We only have one other thoughtful person. I was hoping scheming would be on here, but I guess we're all probably scheming.
Yes.
And is that attractive?
Mhm. Depends on who's looking.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, there's resourceful, which is basically the polite way of saying scheming.
None of us are patient yet, so you can be patient. That's kind of scheming.
Yeah. I think because you are like the second strongest or second strongest claim, I guess. I think you also need to be witty.
Oh, that means I need to be witty.
I mean, you can narrate. I'm witty here. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you're
It's
wrong.
okay.
I'm just going to say something witty.
That's right. Exactly. That's how I do it. I mean, if I can't come up with
Yeah.
anything off the fly, absolutely. All right. So let's see. Okay. All right. Da, 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 da. Okay, and then can go ahead. Now here comes the hardest part. Now you got to come up with a character name if you haven't already come up with one. God dog. All right. At least I haven't come up with a character name yet. So read over the noble house's stuff and see if it gives you any ideas of what your person is called and pronouns. Yeah.
I'm curious, David, what kind of naming convention are you thinking of going with for House Luneste?
When you say naming convention, you mean
Like,
like
I like,
title or?
well, I was just wondering, like, in terms of what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, I was just curious if you were going with like a particular like language on fantasy name generator or something.
Yeah, so when I looked at Resha, the royal house that I'm from, it's an overseas kingdom, so I'm thinking something not European.
Mm-hmm.
And when I just looked up Risha, or however you pronounce it, it basically said that if you take away one of the S's, you have a Nigerian language. So I'm thinking something that's kind of like derived from like the Mali Empire. That was like a West African empire in the Middle Ages. So I'm trying to find something that's appropriate to that. Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
Just so we have it out on the table, um, we're going to introduce our characters by name, pronouns, mention our attractive qualities, and then anything else that you'd like to add, and then you can put that in the notes section for now, until like you come up with more concepts or anything else that you want to add as we play these games. Okay, so um, I'm not gonna keep stressing out Stephen by starting always on the left. So let's start with Tiest. Tiest, would you like to
Hey.
introduce your character, please?
Yes. I am Euregius Martin Sandoreale, he, him, and I am practical, steadfast, musical, patient, and witty.
Anything else you want to mention about your appearance or your kingdom
Yeah,
or anything?
so um I think he's he's always very well dressed in the latest finery. And is I know I don't officially have thoughtful, but I think between the steadfast and the patient is quite often, as in my little picture there, contemplating what is going on and what is that next step that will help House Sandoreale uh, you know, be that little bit better off.
Right.
So yeah.
Cool. Well, I am playing Highness Warwick of Oake. They, them. I am resourceful, shy, widely traveled, educated, and athletic. Um, Basically, I have been of a family of bodyguards and counselors for these many generations, and so, yes, I've worked and trained for this, my position, for quite some time. But being in line for the throne, I mean, why not? I have the knowledge, I have the resources, and my family has, again, trained for this for quite some time. If we are not serving the House of Dilworth, well, a Dillestone, then we could always serve ourselves. So, yeah, he's usually dressed in robes and tunics that he can move in, with like light armor that's like usually underneath his clothing, usually gauntlets at his forearms, and probably, if not a seen weapon, like a visible weapon, then usually he has something like, literally in his back pocket, I'm sure. So, right. David.
Yeah, I am playing Mansa Kamissa the Charitable, she, her. She is next in line or has recently ascended to head of the royal house of Risha. She is gracious, devout, good-hearted, cheerful, and beautiful, all very positive qualities. I imagine that she has in recent years spearheaded a lot of sort of cultural transmission back and forth between her homeland and sort of the mainland um, house or kingdom of Banteave. So, though she is from an overseas kingdom, I imagine that she dresses very similarly to people from mainland Banteave. She, I think, is probably I imagine that her house is very much a merchant kind of kingdom, so she deals mostly in wealth, money, and essentially trying to conquer the world by cornering the market because this is the Middle Ages and we have mercantilism and things like that. Um, but yeah, I feel like if this were like a civilization style game, I would be the person who's trying to like win by getting all the money and getting like an economic victory.
Got it. Okay. Fair.
I'm wondering because this is something I was curious about because your house, it's written that you like have a strong claim on the throne, and I'm wondering where that claim comes from.
So if I remember, it's like a legal claim, not a traditional one. Um, so perhaps like several generations ago, um, an ancestor of mine essentially had a writ or a legal deal that they made with a prior king of Banteave, which and we can kind of sort this out because I don't know this for sure. I'm just making this up as I think out loud. But I imagine that they, in so many words, said like, we will save you from these invaders or ally with you in exchange for these lands. And it just so happens that sometime later, like the capital was moved. Now the capital is in the lands that are legally ours. Ergo, I should be in charge. That seems like a thing that I could see happening. Like in medieval Japan, they were moving the capital all the time, and maybe now the capital just happens to be in lands that legally should be mine, but aren't, but they should be.
Okay. Great question. All right, cool. All right. Guy.
Yeah, so Prince Torrval is of House Dillestone, the royal house, and the heir to the throne of Banteave, to be clear. While Luneste has a legal claim on it, that's better than any other house has on their so-called claims to this throne. Torrval has been, I think, is the second son of Avard III, and so has been raised from youth, expecting a life of idleness, partying, shaking a lot of hands, going to a lot of functions, working with the courtiers, and just knowing about all the sort of correct pomp to do these things with, to keep things running. House Oake is always there to pick up the pieces if stuff goes wrong anyway, so it'll be fine. But obviously my father's death in battle has thrown a bit of a spanner in the works because now we have an infant heir. I'd hoped that this would happen much later and I wouldn't have to worry about this, and the heir would be an adult and able to rule properly, and we'd be all established here. So I think the question is Torval's upbringing of sort of partying and reading poetry and learning dances at the court, can he pivot to actually be a genuine politician and contender? Or is he just as flimsy as his previous life would suggest?
Depends on how thoughtful you are, isn't it?
I've been giving it a lot of thought, but yeah.
All right.
Can I throw something out there?
Yeah.
Um, I would say, Guy, that I am in agreement with you that probably your claim and mine are the two strongest that I'm hearing so far. So before even gameplay starts, I was curious. Um, I could see my character making a play to try to arrange a political marriage between the two of our characters, to at least guarantee that one of us is taking the throne. Would you
Mm,
be open to me making moves on your character?
I'd be open to that. I think that's good, and I think that fits with the sort of historical, like maybe the claim was about, maybe the original claim was through an actual marriage or something as well. Like it could have been from there, but yeah, I think yeah, you are the one recognized claim that Dillestone sort of entertains, but also realize this might be a chance. We'll see.
And
Cool.
and maybe it'll be a chance for House Luneste to pull Dillestone out of its doldrums because your cheerfulness will hopefully bring brightness into his life, to their life. Anyway, Stephen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm not set on the name. I've been listening in on some of the other characters because there are choices I'm making about my character right now, but I was gonna throw out and ask people about, but I'm playing Cyril. Cyril is of House Antyre. Antyre is the most ancient of the houses that leads the Untamed clans. We were the rulers of the land before this was the current kingdom, and by the and still have a claim on the throne through like the oldest laws and gods. Um, I think with Cyril, the thing I was thinking of is that Cyril was in the way of a lot of scions at some point sent abroad to receive an education.
Mm, yeah, can see that.
And I was thinking it would be interesting if it was Russia, just because we apparently have such strong ties with that country. Um, and I think the thing that is kind of at ill at ease is that maybe Cyril converted during his education there. And so that's sort of there's kind of an uneasy coexistence of like the Russian religion with the kind of ancient religion of House Antyre. And that's kind of the thing going on there. I don't know. What are your thoughts on because you're also devout. That's the whole reason I gave
Right.
so that you could help to so that you could I wouldn't be the only one defining this.
I'm curious about that too because I mean, like since you're saying like the ancient crown, I mean, like what faith do the Antyrians have? And then is that the same or very different from the Lunestans? I mean,
I
that's
think it's probably very different. Or I think it's probably very different. Because I'm also curious what we don't really have. Like we have Lunesta and Antyre, and I am curious like what I mean, this is something we can maybe don't need to define now, but I am curious like what are we kind of assuming a vaguely Christianity for like not necessarily Christianity in name, but is that like we're kind of assuming like the you know um a sort of not Christianity for the kingdom is the kind of default religion, or do people think there's like a different kind of religion worshipped?
that's a good question because I mean, like is it monotheistic or is it polytheistic? That's one. I mean, is the devoutness in each of the houses slash lands like more of the power, or is it truly the monarchy, right? I mean, like, so what, what is, how does it affect you politically? Like your personal faith versus your, you know, cultural one. And could that be part of inner conflict? Wait, that's a different game. Never mind.
Yeah.
So, thoughts, just thoughts. These are like things to think about
Yeah,
because I mean,
I'll say just to House Antyre does say they are absolutely terrifying in war, and they expects you to have an unslickable bloodthirst and eagerness to answer every insult, no matter how slight with ready violence. I think it's the Burning God.
okay,
I think that the Burning God is widely used as a metaphor in House Antyre, but like it's actually worship, but it's also kind of the biggest touchstone for what life is. Everything dies, everything will be destroyed in the end. The every year ends the world for it to begin anew in the Burning God's destruction.
wow,
Yeah, I dig that. Because violence and barbarity are kind of your reputation, and I was picturing House Antyre anyway as being sort of like the, um, sort of like in indigenous pagan traditions, of Europe is kind of how I was picturing it. Um,
yeah,
so I dig that kind of thing. Um, As to the religious makeup of the Kingdom of Banteave proper, I don't care one way or the other. It's fine with me if it's, the closest thing this um, world has to, Catholicism or not Christianity or something like that. It doesn't matter to me. My thinking was that, as it speaks to, um, our characters, Stephen, I was thinking that maybe our characters, or at least the kingdom or the house of Resha, I forget how I pronounced it. Maybe they are, um, well, I don't know. I need to think about it. The kingdom that I was kind of previously modeling them off of historically was Islamic. Um, so it could be something where there is some overlap between me and the pervading belief system in Banteave proper, but maybe somewhere down the line we ended up revering a completely separate prophet or something like that, um, from Banteave, and maybe there's sort of a difference there. But then again, it also depends on how much like sectarian conflict we want there to be in the game. I don't know if that's something people are even interested in.
yeah. And we might find that out like as we go into play
Yeah,
because we don't
I
know
was
what it's
just
going to look
curious.
like. Yeah, we don't know what it's going to look like as we like, go house against house. So this should be fun. All right. Okay. So again, the way this works is that we're going to take turns around the table. Each person is going to, on their turn, is going to choose one of the games to play, and then follow the rules that we find there. And then we go around the table for each turn to play a game, and then keep going. And then we will end the second part with Endgame the Coronation to figure out, like at the end, like who gets to rule Banteave. Yay! All right. So, boop, 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 boop. We're going to start with intrigue and muster. All right. And this is where we play individually. Okay. Oh, but to figure out like who goes first, sorry, I like going back to that. We would look at our cards in our hand and pull that out and then put it on the table. Don't worry about it. You're going to pull it back into your hand, but we just need to put our highest card out on the table right now. Hold on.
Face up or face down?
Face up.
Face up.
And I forget, are aces high or low in this game?
Heist. Heist. Aces are high.
Okay.
Aces are high. Okay. And then, let's see. What is the thing? Okay. Purposes of tie. Hearts are higher than diamonds, which are higher than clubs, which are higher than spades. Okay. So, Stephen, you are automatically first because your ace is high. Then queen. I'm like, my queen goes first, I guess. Then David. Oh wait, who's club is that? Tiest.
Yeah, me.
Okay, so then Tiest, and then Guy, and then David. Probably should start with intrigue and muster, it's like, because that'll be everybody doing it individually.
I think just the first game has to be intrigue and muster. So I don't think we all have to play intrigue and muster.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I think that after we've had a game of intrigue and muster, we can pick normally. I think it was my reading of it.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think intrigue and muster sets up loads of plot basically.
Okay, got it.
And if we all do it, it might be.
Oh,
it might be too
confusing.
much. If you see what I mean.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
But we can see, like, you can still pick it again when it's your turn. If you see what I mean. But I don't think we all need to pick it. It's just
okay. So it is only you play. All right. So yeah, it is suggested that you play intrigue and muster first. So Stephen, that'll be you, and then you could play it as you go.
Yeah, and so I'm looking at the rules here. Choose another player's house list, not your own. You represent your house, but you don't command it. Choose an event from the list and read it out. Choose at random or with forethought, but don't deliberate. Whichever option you choose, follow its instructions.
Right. Okay.
The instructions are ambiguous when they specify a house, for example, but two players are representing the same house. Then it's up to you to resolve the ambiguity in one way or another.
Yeah, but that's like, since we each picked a separate house, so luckily doesn't... That's okay. And we're not, like, there's no unrepresented houses, so that makes things easier. So... which house and which circumstance event do you want to pick?
Let's see, I'm just looking at what they have here.
Just not from your house. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, in fact, it even has a implication here. So this is great. This is what I'm going to pull because it gives me exactly what I need. House Luneste undertakes a missionary campaign of conversion, swaying many to the worship of their bloodless alien gods. So now we know what your gods are. They're bloodless alien.
Oh.
Okay.
Great. That sounds good-hearted and cheerful and gracious.
Yes.
So deal one card. So I deal one card from the deck to you face up. So everybody gets to know what card you get.
Yep.
So you're getting an ace, David.
Boom.
Yay.
So go ahead and take that.
So I take that.
So now people know if you want to, besides me, if you want an ace, who to go to.
Oh, man. Should I be like keeping track of what cards I know everyone has? Like, legitimately, is that a thing I should do?
There are times when you get to randomly pick and discard cards from other people's hands. So if you know someone has a high card, it's like me or you, it's a good idea to do that to them, for example.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like start figuring it out now. Oh boy. Okay. Alrighty. Oh boy. So yeah. Okay. And then you followed its instructions, so you did. Next person, I guess, is me. Ooh, okay. I think I want to do intrigue and muster now because it's like, oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. House Sandoreale besieges House Dillestone's fortress at Tull, while House Oake, bought off, stands by. Oh shit.
Wow. Okay.
House Sandoreale pulls one random card from House Dillestone's hand, reveals it, and discards it. and then you choose one card from your own hand, and reveal it, and then give it to me. Give it to House Oak.
So should I put my cards on the table? Is that the way to do that?
Yeah,
Just face
that'll
down.
be easy. Right. Yeah, that'll be easiest.
And just to confirm, I might have missed this. How did you arrive at that prompt?
I played Intrigue and Muster,
Yeah.
and I picked the House Sandoreale and just picked the prompt.
Oh, you just pick one. Okay.
Yeah, I just picked one.
Yep. So I guess I'll take this guy.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Reveal it.
Can I reveal it? Oh,
Yep.
I can. Oh,
All right.
God.
And then discard it.
Play it into your hands.
Put it into this card pile.
Yep.
All
And
right.
then I'm giving you a card.
You're picking one from your own hand and then giving it to me as House Oak.
Yeah. And should that be? And is that one revealed as well?
Reveal it, yes.
Yeah.
10. Okay.
So that 10 is going to you, Mads?
Yes.
Oh man, you either have very good cards or you're being very generous.
Okay. And that's my turn. So Tiest, you're next.
Well, it says one of the things to do is, have a reunion with a character that you're interested in having a chat with.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go to reunion.
So I think we, after totally after we after Sandoreale puts has this attacks the Dillestone place and House Oak stand by after being bought off. I think we meet on like a hill overlooking this battle that has happened or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And I turn to you and I say, when did we last see each other? That being the opening question of reunion.
Oh, actually, like we're supposed to figure out where. Okay, we're meeting on the where? We're meeting on a cliff side or something?
Yeah, like a high overlook.
High over.
Oh yeah, there. I missed that. I'd already scrolled down. I guess it's a military camp.
Military camp. Okay.
Maybe it's your military camp where you're not rushing to the aid of Dillestone.
Right. Are we enemies at this point under truce, or are we meeting as allied war captains? I'm okay with either. It's fine.
What do you think, Mads? Because if we bought you off, does that make you an ally or not? I mean, it doesn't really.
I mean, we might be allied at this point because, I mean, like, like, it must have been something that you bought me off with because, damn, I mean, I'm supposed to be loyal to Dillestone, but, I mean, that's, yeah, it must have been something interesting. So, military camp, meeting as allied war captains, ask each other, how do you look to me? How do you look to me?
I think,
Since we haven't seen each other for some time.
yeah. I think that you're looking guilty. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm asking you how you.
Oh, how do I look to you? We
Yeah.
we got this confused last
I
time,
know,
didn't we,
like the
John?
pronouns are always messed
How
up.
do I look to you
Right.
is I am looking efficient and cold. Not as in not very cold, but
Like as in aloof?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's that steadfastness thing going on. Yep. Okay. I think to you, I look curious and neutral. Curious and neutral.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah. So then during the reunion, anyone can ask anyone for details about the location and circumstances. Conducting the reunion, I go first. I ask you the opening question, which I said before, which is, when did we last see each other?
Right.
You can then answer freely and then choose one of the reunion questions to ask me.
Right. Okay. I think we hadn't seen each other since that that battle where took when you took that fortress at Tull. I mean, I think it was a convenient. You not only bought the house Oake off, but you made it convenient where it looked like we were either on some kind of trade mission, so we had to be away. We didn't have any people to leave behind to protect Dillestone, but it was also where I did have someone, and I was also on standby just to be sure that no one else interfered. So I was kind of standing by and watching, and I think I got your signal that, you know, the siege was going well, and standing by was fine.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
but we kept it on the down low so that
oh
your
gosh, yes.
reputation wouldn't be harmed.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the last time we saw each other. Since those days, I've been hard pressed by war and care, and I'm eager to see a friendly face. Does your face offer me friendship?
Um, so my face offers um like allegiance.
Mm.
It isn't a warm friendship, but it is an open. There are opportunities for both of us that that can help both of us, move forward. Um, and and he talks uh in uh, in non-obvious ways, in witty maybe, um about uh about how this the in fact, mentioning, for example, how much better the vineyards in Tull are producing wine um, since we've taken management of that area, and how that has enriched us all.
Indeed it has. I knew that your stewardship of such things were going to be more beneficial than the general rule of Dillestone. I'm glad to hear it.
We have some hard decisions ahead of us, all of us, and I'm sure that we all want, what is best, what is going to mean that uh, we can all flourish as much as possible.
I'm concerned about the stewardship. I'm
There are options. there are options, and some of them will enrich the few, and some of them will enrich the land. And I think that we need to choose where our loyalties are going to lie.
You see the ghost of a smile at the edges of Warwick's lips, and he'll nod. They'll nod.
Okay, okay. Do we want to? So then it says, you answer freely, and based on your answer, your counterpart chooses and makes one of the closing offers. So, oh, this is the language here gets hard, isn't it? You is me, right? You answer freely, and based on my answer, you
I choose
and make one of the closing offers.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to steal from everybody's opportunity to take a hand at the game, so I'm going to say, let's not play a game, and let's just choose one of those three things by agreement. So either we talk comfortably together for many hours, we talk politely, but soon our affairs call us apart again, or we interact with unfriendly chill and part quickly. I don't think that last one fits. I think we're pretty decent to each other. So it's one of the first two. What seems appropriate between Oake and Sandoreale.
Do we want to go as warm as we talk comfortably?
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, like, we seem to be on the same page in terms of what we'd like to see happen, so I think we can amiably speak for many hours about that in different ways, because since I'm widely traveled and educated and stuff like that, I mean, like, I can appeal to your to your sense of wit, I think. Mention some things that you could probably mention in other places, and practicality. I mean, I'm probably mentioning some practical things that you'd be concerned about and be like, oh yeah, absolutely. And if you want to play me a few ballads, I don't care. I'm cool with that too.
Oh yeah. I'll definitely play you some ballads. Oh, that reminds me of this. But yeah, I can imagine, like, you being resourceful, right? I noticed, this thing over here that could be better. And so,
exactly. And trade routes and all this kind of stuff that business plus pleasure and stuff. So yeah, that works. Absolutely. Okay. So Oake and Sandoreale seem amiable at this point. Oh boy. Okay, Guy, pick a game.
I'm ready to pick. I'm just conscious. Do we need to call a break at some point?
You know what? This is probably a good time to do a break, because this will put us at like 10 minutes. A 10-minute break, and when we come back, it'll be your turn to figure out what game you want. Okay, so 10 minutes. See you.
Yes. Yeah. Well, after the disappointment of Sandoreale taking the fortress, when Oake were unfortunately indisposed, I mean, they can't be blamed, can they? They've always been so loyal before. I can't ask too much of them. I think we're going to have a party. I'd like to have a dance. And I think I would like to. So how this works, choose one of the other players to be your partner in the dance. Decide together how you two come to be dancing with one another. But then other players can join freely if they're at the same party. At the same dance. I think I would like to dance with Princess Kamissa. So we then decide together how you two come to be dancing with one another. Is this the reception for your arrival in Banteave?
Oh, okay. Yeah. If this
does that work?
Yeah, I like it. If maybe this is kind of early on after the king's death, and so I've sort of made landfall, as it were. Me and my alien gods. So there's a royal or something akin to it reception. It's got lots of house riche, like decor, maybe.
Hmm.
And it's kind of like a little cultural fusion between my folks and mainland Banteave, perhaps.
Yeah, and I think there'll be. I mean, that fits with other players can join freely as well, because obviously the other houses will have been invited as well. I think that maybe Dillestone is still trying to ride this out a little bit and thinking, oh well, this will all die down and we'll be okay from this. I do think that we've probably put in this party there is a sort of one of our thrones is there though, or one of your thrones, one of what we consider to be our thrones, and we've maybe put an empty cot on it just to reinforce the message. The throne isn't actually empty at the moment. It's just past his bedtime. That's why he can't be here. But there is actually a ruler of this country here that belongs to our house. So just we've put that in, and it looks a little bit incongruous, as if we're just doubting ourselves a bit.
Can I ask, where is the dance being held? Like, is it in a Dillestone property? Is it in some Luneste owned place? What?
I think it's definitely in the land that is Luneste's actually legally.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's maybe in one of our palaces there, if you see what I mean. That one of the palaces that actually should belong to Luneste by the right.
I'm thinking kind of a seaside Mediterranean sort of kind of. It's almost like a villa.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess, does anyone else? Well, it says other players. It says other players can join freely, but if you join, you have to put a card. You have to draw a card and then put a card in. So I guess it's up to the three of you if you want to be there as well. You can opt in or out as you.
Let's see. Okay, so basically, when you're in the dance, you take turns asking each other questions, and then each of you gets to ask the other two questions. So everybody takes turns asking questions, right?
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, for their particular purpose and role, I think House Oake will definitely be there. If not be there to dance, then I mean definitely to be there to kind of watch over and guard. Whom? Who knows? But yes, they're going to be there. Let's see.
So I guess, is your character there in the dance? Is the thing, like your house could be there, but is Warwick actually dancing? I think is the.
I mean, there's no reason they couldn't be drawn into a dance if that's comes into play. But yeah, I mean, like Warwick will be there. Yes. So everyone present draws a card. So
I think I'm there. I don't think I don't think House Antyre was invited though.
Yeah,
but you're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't tend to. Why would House Antyre aren't like? I didn't know they knew how to dance. I guess is what we're thinking.
Oh.
You've not come to our dances before.
That's okay. I didn't know that House Dillestone knew how to fight. Well, I guess you did lose that fortress, so that was
yeah.
Is House Antyre there to kind of rub it in a social way? Yeah. I'm wondering.
Yeah,
that could be fun.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely there. Martin is definitely there for a bit of a dance.
All right. So if you're there, draw a card, put it in your hand.
It says take your highest card and show it and put it into the middle.
Yeah, so you draw a card first, then you do that, I think. So yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Shite.
Oh, do you draw?
Show it to everyone.
Yeah, you do draw.
Yeah,
everyone present draws a card
first.
Okay. But yeah, put your...
Oh, I see. I missed that. Yeah.
No problem. But take the highest card from your hand and show it. Hold on. Let me pull this out. All right. Notice whose card is the lowest. and then pull all the cards together face down.
So
So,
it could be Queen of Hearts is the lowest, right?
Yep.
It depends on the game.
Or
Yeah. So
Let's see, what does it say? Okay, aces are always high. For this game, in case of a tie, diamonds are higher than
Oh,
spades,
okay, no,
then
hearts
hearts,
are
and
highest. Yeah, I see.
okay,
yeah, Queen of Clubs is the lowest, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, Queen of Clubs. So that's Tiest. Okay, so Tiest are the lowest. Okay, all right. So then we pull them into one part. Don't put them in the discard pile. Put them here between me and David, and then put them face down, because I haven't read through to the end to see if the winner takes the cards. What happens?
No, we're all gonna get them shuffled back. So
Okay, got it.
You'll
and
get
you
one
get a
of those
random
cards
card.
back.
Got it.
Yeah.
so do these all go into one pile?
Yeah.
And okay.
Yeah, we'll all
Thank
get to...
you for doing
Put them
that.
all in a thingy.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, now, setting occasion and circumstances. So this is the Seaside Villa Palace of Luneste or Dillestone. Which one is it?
Luneste, I think we said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then this is your first first visit into Banteave for a while, or what do you think, Kamissa? I mean, is this your first visit for a while, or is this what is this? What is the circumstances of this dance for Dillestone, or what have you? Or is it because Dillestone is a party animal, so this way it's this is his way of this is what you're gonna get as your regent? I don't know. I mean, I have no idea what this is.
I sort of thought it was a formal welcoming, so
Okay.
they've made landfall. So if that works with you, David, that
Yeah.
we've got to welcome House Luneste now with open arms. Obviously, the other houses may be less welcoming to another player coming on the scene, but that is, yeah. So yeah, take turns asking each of the question. Each of you gets to ask the other two questions, taking turns in the dance, and yeah, we each ask two questions in total. We choose who we ask because it's like a figure dance. So we go, you move between. We're all on the dance floor, moving between one another, and do it. And the lowest card takes the first turn. Was that you, Tiest?
Tiest.
Yeah. Oh, I take the first turn.
Yeah, and you choose your first partner and ask your first question.
Yeah.
Do you want me to manage whose turn it is? Does that work? And who's done two? Or
Yeah, if you don't mind.
is that okay? Just because somebody needs to probably, otherwise we'll be. No.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Go for it.
Go ahead, Martin. Then who are you dancing with now?
You know, the music is playing. I'm really appreciating actually this band, this orchestra. You know, they're playing stuff that I haven't really heard before. You know, these tunes and melodies and things are unusual in this land. And of course, yeah, we're changing partners, and I happen to come face to face with Kamissa. And I think so I'm just reading through the options.
Yeah.
So, Kamissa, at this moment in the dance, you laugh. At what?
I think and this is going to sound snobbish. I don't mean for it, but it does. I'm laughing at Cyril's dancing. I didn't mean to. It just kind of popped out. I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, it's just, the way it looks." But I compose myself quickly. And if you were to kind of look at me and say, "What were you laughing at?" I would say, "Oh, nothing, nothing, nothing. I just had a thought," even if it was obvious what I saw, and turned my head toward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I can imagine Martin thinking in his head some witty thing to say, but deciding that wouldn't be appropriate at this stage.
Okay, these are in just whatever order I wrote people down in. So I'm going to go to Cyril next. So do you want to choose a question and who you'll ask who your partner is, Stephen?
Oh, okay. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, this is, you know, the bell, this is the bell of the ball, so everybody's uh something about me catches your eye and your look lingers. Kamissa, do you what is it?
My look lingers. Something about you catches my eye. Perhaps you are wearing some sort of ornament or jewelry or garb, but you're wearing some accessory that denotes you as devout to the same um, gods or religious system as I do, and I find that extremely respectable. And I get the feeling that it's not something that you're doing merely as a show of respect, but out of true devotion. And then I think I start to feel a bit guilty for chuckling at you a moment ago.
Is it something that only the truly devoted would have? Is that why you think that?
Yeah, yeah, something that like if I can kind of take some authorial control here, but feel free to edit if you want. Stephen, I was thinking like it's like a garb of some kind that you, as part of the religious system, would have had to have personally made. Like you can't just have someone make it for you. Like you have to spend time sewing it by hand as part of like a practice. And the fact that you put so many tens and tens of hours into it is actually quite impressive to me.
Are they these like very elaborate like woven wraps that go around your hands, your arm, your forearms maybe?
Could be, yeah.
Okay.
Cool. I've got Warwick next. Mads, if you want to take your turn, choose who you're dancing with and what question.
As we go through the figures of the dance, and it's not it's pretty lively. I think that's the best word for it. I think Martin, we come into the figure together, and your mouth is close to my ear. What do you say?
I say, I think Kamissa feels Cyril is a fool. We can work with that.
Lovely. And Kamissa next.
So I'm posing this to Prince Torrval. Um, this moment in the dance allows me to step close to you and linger very near. Am I welcome?
Yes, you are.
Fabulous. I will take advantage of that.
What is that? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, what does that moment look like?
I think it's a dance where you have sort of a few different kinds of well, yeah, I imagine that it's a dance where you can move in close to one's partner, but you courteously may not choose to if it's more of a polite, casual kind of thing. And like every opportunity, I like take the extra step forward.
Yeah, just the flicker of a smile breaks Torval's brooding face. But, Yeah, I will take. I'll take my turn now. This is going to be for Warwick. As we pass in the figures of the dance, your mouth is close to my ear. What do you say?
I think he'll mention something like Cyril may have a weakness we can exploit.
I mean, yeah, I'm surprised Cyril's even here. So yeah, and then we'll pass away and not actually find out what. Yeah, that's cool. Right, back around. Second questions, Martin.
So we twist and turn, and I end up face to face with Cyril. Um, and it's at that point that I lose my place in the dance. Do you let me stumble, or do you draw me back into place? That being a question for you, Stephen.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I
Yeah.
think that Cyril grabs you by the wrist and pulls you back into the dance, but I think I kind of send you spinning away, like further away from the people you want to get near.
Mm. hmm and I think as I spin away, my eyes are sort of narrowed in scheming, thoughtful way.
Fantastic. Cyril's turn now to pick a partner.
Whose turn is it to do a game next? I think who hasn't? It's going to be Kamissa. So, um, I'll do this. I'll try to I'll create some drama. Um, Torrval. Uh, That's the question here. Uh, your mouth is close to my ear. What do you say?
I think I go. You know, I've always had the deepest respect for your untamable clans. The others think you can't even dance, but I know you can. You step lightly.
Okay. That was good. If you said something really insulting, I would have had to punch you by
Yeah,
either
make the next game
violence.
really easy. Yeah. Okay, Mads, you're up next.
Right. This will be with. Sure, why not? Let's go with Cyril. The dance's figures bring you to dance with someone else. Whom? And when the dance brings you back to me again, are you pleased or disappointed? What do you think, Stephen?
Who is it? Oh, I need to ask who the dance brings me with.
Yeah. So, who's the someone else? And then when you come back to me, are you pleased or disappointed?
Hmm. Hmm. No, well, I was gonna say, like, I think that it was with Kamissa, and when I come back to you, I am disappointed.
David, you're up next. Kamissa.
Okay, this is my second and final question, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna just direct one more towards Prince Torrval. Um, When the dance ends, will you stand with me or rush away?
I will stand with you.
Neat. I think that might lead into whatever game I pick then.
And yeah, I've got this is the last question of the dance. Yeah, I think that this is going to be directed towards Martin because we've not actually addressed that yet. My face is close to yours. Do you turn subtly towards me or subtly away?
I turn subtly towards you, but no one else would know.
Neat. Okay, so then the dance ends, and we need to shuffle those cards and deal them out to it. Is that?
Yeah, and where's Cyril? It's not around the dance anymore.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, there's no way to shuffle that particular deck. Unfortunately, I've been trying
Yeah, there
to find a way
is.
to do that.
I
Oh, is there?
already shuffled it.
Oh, nice. Thank
You just click on the little number and it gives you the option to shuffle that stack.
Oh, beautiful.
That's
Thank you
brilliant.
so much. Awesome. Okay.
That's amazing.
So then, you go ahead and deal this out, Guy, because
No, I think we
think-
just all need to take one because
Oh.
otherwise we can't move into our hand.
okay, got it. Okay, that's true.
Yeah. It's not face up. We don't get to know what we get from it.
Oh, got it. Okay, cool.
Although we saw the cards at the start, I guess. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we don't
you've
know
got
which one we're getting
information.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Kamissa, belle of the ball. Yes, indeed. Nice. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. And David, it's your turn to pick a game.
Okay. I will follow up the dance by stealing time together with Prince Torrval. So it says choose one of the other players to be your partner in this liaison and decide together how you two came to be stealing time. Also decide together whether your liaison is illicit in any way, and if so, what might happen if you were discovered. I just envision asking you to spend some time with me, kind of as the dance closes and the banquet closes out. I don't see how that would be illicit, but let me know. Um, but how does that sound to you, Torval?
So this is immediately after the dance. This is like the same night.
That's kind of what I
Almost,
was
isn't it?
picturing.
Yeah. I wonder if it isn't illicit, but the Banteave rules of etiquette for welcoming some like this is.
Sure.
I wonder if it's a little bit like tongues would wag if we were seen to go off on our own. Are you thinking we're on like a balcony or something? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's cool with me, by the way, if we want to make it a little bit more of a hush hush sort of a thing. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, maybe we've deliberately sort of snuck off from the party almost, not just to a balcony or something, away from prying ears, maybe.
Sure. So if that suits you, okay, then the next bit is we each draw a card. And ask each other, how do you look at me and what's your mood? Would you like to go first? How do you look at me and what's your mood?
I think I am. So Torval is obviously in his formal dress, and I think from the dance, which has been quite a lengthy thing, you can just see there's a sheen of sweat on him. He looks pleased to be out in the night air and probably overlooking the bay with it might have your like incredibly powerful fleet of hair as well. But yeah, I'm but pleased to have a break and to have some time with you on your own. And mood is fairly positive, actually. A little bit nervous, at all of this because it all seems to be coming to a head, but a little bit distracted and nervous, but pleased to be with you on your own. How about you?
I think that I am still in my in a very composed state of appearance. I imagine that the air is a little bit warm and my face looks a little bit flushed after all of the politicking and bantering that we both just experienced. And I think that I'm looking at you with a sense of kindness, but you also get the feeling that I'm kind of studying you a bit. I'm looking at you with a little bit of uncertainty, trying to puzzle you out a little bit more. I think you can pick up on that. But I'm otherwise in a pleasant mood. I'm not, irritable or unhappy or anything like that. So, throughout all of this, anyone, whether you're in the scene or not, can ask for details about the location or about the circumstances or about what's going on. But now you and I just converse as we like. And during the conversation, we can basically make an overture, which demands an answer. And we just basically go back and forth, talking, occasionally doing an overture or answer until we end the scene, either by parting mutually, drawing a curtain upon what follows, ooh la la, or we are interrupted by someone. And we can choose to be interrupted.
I think other players can interrupt us after the third exchange as well if
Yes.
they want
Third
to.
exchange.
Yeah,
Yes.
if
The
we
option
do
of doing it.
three whole
Yeah.
exchanges, someone can be like, "All right, guys, I'm cutting you
Yeah,
off."
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
We find you here. What?
yeah, yeah.
Um, and then there's some resolution stuff involving cards. Um,
Oh wait, can I just clarify?
yeah.
Is this balcony down a long hallway of balconies or rooms or whatever, or are you in a room with a balcony?
That's a good question.
Because there's like terrace, like how there's like terrace balconies and all this kind of stuff, but then
hmm
there's also
Mm,
you get some rooms with balconies. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
like is this a balcony off of the ballroom or is it a balcony off of a bedchamber?
right,
Sort of
right.
a
Or
thing.
library. It doesn't have to be a bedroom. It could be a library.
mm.
So I mean,
Could be.
right. So, I mean, like more closed off versus like, more public where somebody could conceivably be, wandering in or wandering by. So, just
Yeah,
curious.
I think I maybe it's not immediately off the ballroom, but we could certainly be. I'd like to have the option of us being interrupted on the table
Yeah.
if
Maybe
someone
it's
was
off
looking
of
for us. Like they
right.
could suddenly, yeah,
Like it's off of maybe it's off of like a parlor. Like
Okay.
there's a
mm,
there's a parlor that people wouldn't be using for
Mhm.
this function, but it's a
Yes.
public space. You could walk down the hall, find the parlor, and then there you are.
yeah,
So
Yes.
you could, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. I
yeah.
just want to make sure.
Um, so I think I'll be kind of direct in this scene, really for the sake of time and because we only have two sessions. I think that for my part, um, I will. I'll start by just asking you, um, how you, I'll ask you how you see the futures of our two kingdoms playing out, or our two houses playing out.
Well, I see. There's stormy weather ahead, not unlike what you had coming here on the ships. You could see there were many stolen glances at the dance. I think all four of our houses are manoeuvring. Just don't know who to trust. It's important that we know we keep our friends close.
I hope you see me as a friend. I see you as one. you have as strong a claim to these lands as almost anyone.
Indeed, I look forward to us working closely together. I'm going to do an overture in here. I think we can. Either of us can do it. Can I think I touch?
Yeah.
I touch your hand. May I?
Let's see, and then I have some answers I can choose. I will say as an answer, you may, but first I want you to do, and then there's a blank. I want you to do something emotionally vulnerable.
Yeah, I think I admit my fear. I'm scared. I wasn't brought up for this. Sometimes I don't know what to do.
Well, I'll accept you're touching my hand as you say that. Um, and I will say, well, it's convenient, really. I have some practice in these sorts of affairs, but um, I am most unfamiliar with the these lands and their ways, their geographies, their governance. Um, Perhaps the both of us might benefit the people here better than either one of us could alone. Um, and as long as you're touching my hand, I will make an overture. I touch your fingertips, may I?
Hmm. You may, just you may. I think I respond with perhaps the two of us can learn together and teach one another. Would you be a good student?
I think I laugh at that. Um, a student. Oh my, I haven't been a student in a long time. Um,
I was a terrible student.
well, you need not be an excellent student to be a just ruler. Um, Perhaps, um, I wasn't clear. Prince, were you proposing something? An alliance or something else?
I thought we were proposing a friendship, at least.
I think that the kingdom deserves something more than that. And I'll make an overture of touching your cheek. May I?
I think. Oh, is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. You may. I'm gonna. If you're okay with that, I'm gonna say you may, and let's draw a curtain upon what follows.
Sure. So
Sort of
that.
going for we leave that occluded. What for it just, but that yeah,
Hmm.
that's okay.
That sounds fine. But now we have to show each other our entire hands.
Oh shit! If
So
you can, I would suggest like if you can take a picture, like take a screenshot, and then like just DM each other like through the Zoom chat
you
or
can
something.
whisper on
Do
Zoom.
we
Can't you?
have
Yeah.
do
you can
do we
totally
have the
whisper.
ability to do that in this Zoom chat? And
Yeah, you can like totally message like one particular person. Yeah.
Oh, I just click on new chat. Oh, man, it's been a long time since I DM'd someone on Zoom. It's different than
Yeah.
it used to be. Okay.
Yeah. So you can totally like, just DM each other on Zoom and then like show, hey,
Okay.
look, this is what I got.
I'm just gonna type my hand out.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's probably.
Yeah.
And just like obviously now, don't assume other players that like now and me and Kamissa have got this like private chat set up that we're gonna like be completely scheming on Zoom as well. Like,
I mean, it's perfectly
Just
fine.
saying.
It's like, it's what it is, Oh my God.
everyone has access to that technology.
Whatever. It's fine. Yeah, it's like we're doing offline chat, like off game chat. I'm like, all right, like we're gonna scheme now against
We've all started
whatever.
passing notes.
Yeah, people have done it all the time. Like not even this game. I mean, other games. Are you kidding? Okay, sorry, losing track. Okay. So that was David's turn. Like we're back to Steven.
Yeah.
So Steven, you can pick a game
Yeah,
while they're like talking to each other.
yeah. Warwick is going to be my counterpart in a chase.
Oh, cool.
You are the hunter. I am the quarry.
Ooh.
I asked my part. I have an idea for how the chase began, but I guess you get to choose.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Chase person choosing. I'm just like trying to just keep track of these things. And
Because my immediate thought was that I wasn't here for the dance. I was here to spy and get more information about what exactly the relationship between your house and Sandoreale are, since it's a bit suspicious, right?
right.
That
Okay.
that the Oake didn't come to the aid of Dillestone.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So you think that, so you think that I'm hunting you down, or Cyril's hunting
I like
me
the
down?
idea. I like the idea because this is a chase
Okay.
that I have just gotten some like letters or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, if anyone were to notice a sudden person disappearing before the end of the dance,
Got it.
I assume it would be Warwick.
Yeah. Warwick gives chase. All right, that makes sense. I like it. Nice. Okay. On foot or on horseback? I would imagine we're now. Are we thinking this villa palace thing is like pretty extensive, or like we're now out in the open, or
You just said the word palace, so I assume it's fairly extensive.
okay?
We had
So
a
then,
ball here after all.
yeah. But I'm also going to say that because you are of the ancient crown house, perhaps this is built on some land, some structure or whatever that was already pre-existing, and maybe perhaps of back passageways or secret ways, So I'm like, obviously, you'd still know of some ways to
Yeah.
try and escape. So, okay, cool.
So each of us draws a card.
We're on foot. How do you look to me? And what's your mood?
I want to know, like, where do you think you've intercepted me?
Or at least I spotted you, I think.
Well, we're starting a chase, so like at this point, I've seen you, you've seen me. So
Yeah.
so like, where do we think this has happened? Like, have I left your room? Like, is that where you spotted me?
Well, I think is that where you think you've discovered some letters? It's like
Maybe.
some sus letters. Yeah, you've definitely left my quarters in this palace, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. What?
Yeah, and I think okay. So I mean, how do you ask each other? So yeah, how do you look to me, Warwick?
I mean, if this is right after the dance, are we thinking same night?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if this is right after the dance, I mean, like obviously still in their formal wear, probably a little bit more formal than what they would normally wear, but still battle ready, fight ready. Like, no discernible armor, but there is some, like, armor underneath what they're wearing. Like loose, very loose trousers to look regal, but yet, like, again, ready to fight and act as needed. And like, you see a determined look on my face as I spot you coming out of my room,
Yep.
and then, like, start to make that, like, that you know stride towards you. Like, what is going on? I don't even call out to you. I'm like, you just see this Terminator kind of look on
Yeah.
on their face. But yeah.
I think my mood is that I'm tired of these houses that think they know how to rule, who only know how to patronize and to cut backroom deals with each other. And I think I've unbuttoned my doublet because I've been tired wearing this whole thing all evening. Um, I think yeah, and I think, of course, I run when I see you, I see you seeing me, and I go running down the hall. And during the chase, anyone may ask for additional details about the landscape, what's ahead and behind, or what course the hunt may take. For conducting the chase, it's actually the other players get to choose things from the list.
Yes.
First, ask the quarry where they are and where they're going. Then take turns leading the quarry and the hunter through a series of 4 challenges and setbacks.
Yep.
So I do think that, given what Warwick asked about, the details of this villa, is that I know that there are a catacombs under this villa, an old burial place that are extensive and maze-like, and if I'm able to make it down there, Warwick will not be able to pursue me. So I am trying to, I imagine, because we're in Warwick's chambers, which I imagine you're a bodyguard, but you're also like a noble bodyguard. So I imagine they're in the kind of upper floors of the house.
Yep.
I think I am trying to tear through through the villa to try to make it down into the lower levels.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. All right.
So who does anyone have a list from challenges or setbacks that they would or actually it says tell the quarry either to choose a challenge for the hunter, or tell the hunter to choose a setback for the quarry. So Regis. Um which of those would you like to pick?
Yes, I will pick I think it's a challenge for you, a setback for you, the quarry.
Okay, so the hunter, choose a setback for me as we go on this chase.
Right. You steal a look back at me, and I'm nearer than you thought. Show a card you haven't shown before now to break away again.
Okay. I'll actually just leave it out here so that I know that well, no, it might come up again, but.
Right. But I'm making note of it. Yep. Got it.
Yeah, I think that break away. I think that like I
Corey gets a point for that. I'm gonna mark
yeah, I
that
get a
as well.
point. I
Yep,
think
yep.
that I topple over an old suit of armor that was standing in the hallway in your way, and I'm able to make and I'm able to put some distance between us as a result.
Right. Okay.
Although I imagine Warwick's athletic. I imagine Warwick, it doesn't take them as long as I'd like.
Right. As soon as you put it down, it's like, I leaped frogged over it, and then pretty much, like, just
Mhm.
continue coming.
Well, I do break away.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't take as long. So, Kamissa, why don't you pick one? Am I going to pose a challenge, or is the hunter going to pose another setback?
Um, I'm gonna say that you pose a challenge. And then, do I pick which one it is, or is
No,
it
I pick
you?
which one.
Okay, but you've got a challenge.
I think this is as we I'm gonna interpret this a little bit because I like the image.
Yeah.
I think that as we are cutting, like we see Kamissa and uh um
Torval.
Torrval down on the grounds below.
Hmm.
Um I go crashing out a window onto the rooftop and am sliding down precariously the slope of the villa's roof. It's far enough away, they don't see it, but this was all going on as they were having their conversation.
Love it. Okay, okay. What am I supposed to
So
do?
this is me. I'm kind of doing the opposite here of what it says, but I think it fits. I scramble up a steep incline, show a spade to keep up.
Okay. Come on. Bloop.
Okay.
Okay. So I keep up. All right. And so, yeah, I mean, like you're saying that you're sliding down an incline
Yep.
instead, right? Okay. Yeah, I think I think as you're taking advantage of that like rooftop or whatever, it's like I think I'm going like more off laterally, and then I'm like going down like a different incline, like maybe a lesser worrisome incline to be able to like stay parallel to you but still try and keep up. Yeah, because it's like I'm not trying to just slide for my life. I'm actually trying to control my descent. So yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pick
Yep.
now. I think just so we're not taking it in turns, I think Cyril, you can pick another challenge for the
Okay.
hunter.
Oh boy, I hope this works out. Um, now you have a spade. I leap out over nothing and make a hard, precarious landing. I think I leap out from the edge of the rooftop onto a like a stone gutter, and I slam into it and and like start scrambling down the side of the building. Do you have the clubs to keep up? Oh, okay.
I think the way that looks is like as you slam yourself into the side, and then like you get to the gutter part and you're trying to scramble up. It's like I know the outside of the building, so I know like where the handholds are because of the way the structure has been built. So I know there's hidden like pockets within the structure, and so like I'm still keeping up with you, and I'm just looking at you with that determined look on my face, like you're not getting away. I don't know what you took, but I'm going to keep up with you.
Okay, and
Back to Tiest.
yeah.
Yeah. So Mads, if you could challenge put another
Oh, and
setback.
David, you should discard down to five. Five is the hand limit.
Oh, okay. And
Oh,
I discard face up.
I think so. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I have to discard myself too. So I just realized that. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if it has to be face up, but I mean, yeah,
Eh, it is what it is.
it's
Okay.
not.
Brain. You wanted me to do a setback,
Yeah,
yeah?
a setback
Okay. Thank you.
for Cyril.
Right. Okay. Ah, what the hell? Doesn't matter. Okay. So I think, as you're making your way down further, I think you get to part of the tunnel that, you know it's there, but then it gets to a part that you're not sure exactly where it leads. You have the direction, but you're not familiar with this part. So you don't know this ground well. And at a turning, you hesitate. Like, is it this way or that way? Because it could be either or, but you're not sure which one is the best way to go. Show me a heart to break away again.
I won't, because I'm gonna lose here anyway. I think I'll keep my information to myself.
Got it. All right. So,
Nice.
so.
And I mean, this could just lead straight into sword to sword.
Jeez. Understandable. Okay. All right. Choose one of the endings, right? So.
I think you've driven me into I choose, actually, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you've driven me into a blind way and have cornered me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think you hesitated too long.
Yep.
And I'm pretty much, you see my shadow like on the wall. I think there's like, sconces, like torch sconces, like, whatever at long intervals, and it's like you see my shadow flickering down at you, like at the turning, and I want to know what you stole from my room. And yeah, so let's see, meeting sword to sword. I don't know. Let's see. We could do meeting sword to sword.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Okay, I love it. Okay,
Do it.
It works. So yeah, that'll be the game that I pick since I'm right after you. Yep. And Cyril, let's go. Let's go. We know how we came standing alone sword to sword here in the. I guess we're like not quite deep in the catacombs yet, but I mean we're if you figure out a way to
Again,
win,
we just see. I don't think we made it. Yeah.
I think if you figure out a way to beat me or get away, then I think you're gonna be able to.
There's like a hedge maze, and just on the other side of the hedge again.
Yeah, you're gonna dip.
Like the cheek touch.
Gonna dip. All right, it'll be great. Okay, draw a card. All right. Oh, I gotta dip one. Okay, hold on. Discard.
Right. So you and enemy each draw a card.
Right.
I look. Oh, go ahead.
I have to dip one because it's like I have more than 5. All right. Okay. All right. So how do you look to me? What's your mood? What's your mood?
Let me see here. What do I want to discard? I'm angry. I think I'm breathless. My clothes are torn. And I'm angry and at myself, at you, at everyone.
Yeah, I think Warwick is pretty much still composed. I mean, basically pulling on all of his knowledge. I mean, like, you were doing a good job at most of the point to try and get away, but gave me a merry chase and just regaining a bit of poise here. But,
I think just to also frame, because you said, what have you stolen? I say, is it stealing from a dog that has 2 masters?
Oh, well, then I think I'm like less composed at this point. I think this is where I like, draw my sword. Okay. Uh-huh. Nice. So cool. All right. Take the highest card from your hand and place it face down in front of you without revealing it. Okay. Hold on. Again, the thing is there. Aces are always high. Spades higher than clubs, higher than diamonds, higher than hearts. Okay, so by me. Okay. All right. Face down. Without revealing it. Okay. During the combat, anyone can ask anyone for details about the location and circumstances, so we're pretty cool on that. Agree together which one of you is better with the sword. You're accomplished with arms, and I'm, have a family of bodyguards and stuff, so I don't know. What about the other players? You want to judge like which one of us is more capable with the sword?
I wonder if accomplished with arms trumps that. Trumps the
Maybe. At the
family
same time, I
bodyguards.
feel
don't
like
know.
Warwick is the one we've seen really doing actual warfare.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The worst with the sword begins combat.
Yeah, I know.
That's fine.
I also don't think I have because I came to this party, like I think Warwick has an actual sword. I think I have like a dagger on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's probably Warwick that has the upper edge here,
Mm-hmm.
upper hand in this particular fight.
Right.
There might even be a House Oak can carry arms openly.
Yeah.
Because that's their job.
Pretty
they're
much.
meant to have swords. They're the king's sword. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask you a leading question. Yeah, I guess I already kind of gave a little bit. We circle guards up, swords between us, or sword and dagger between us. What do you say?
You call me a dog that serves two masters. I prefer to think of it as a loyal servant that serves the land and everyone that lives off of it. I'm defending everyone here. All right.
Okay, it's your turn.
Yep. I think even though you have a knife, I think your dagger's pretty big, given your your accomplishment with arms, and you're pretty skilled with that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's essentially good enough as for a sword for you, like you in a short sword. I launch a sustained attack with my weight behind it. Do you give ground readily or grudgingly?
I think I give ground readily, and I pretend to falter and lower my guard. I draw you out, or do you recognize the ploy and hold steady?
I think I recognize the ploy and hold steady, because it's like I've seen this feint done many times before, especially by my own family when they've tried to train me. So, nice try.
And technically, I think
At the third one, what happens?
you can, but you don't have to.
Right. Third leading question, closing questions come into play. Okay. I seize momentum and initiative and drive you backward. Do you stand or do you allow yourself to be driven? If you stand, we show our face down cards. If yours is higher, you stand me off. If mine is, I kill you. Oh shit, no!
Oh, okay, you're picking that one?
I don't know! I don't know! Ah! Sorry. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I meant to read something off for the very beginning, and I totally forgot to do so. I'm so sorry. Getting killed. It's possible to get your character killed during play. It won't happen by accident. You'll be able to see when your decisions are leading up to it, but it can happen. Keep playing
That's
with
fine.
that.
I'm gonna stand.
Okay. Just saying.
Yep.
So
let's see them. Because I have the Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Clubs.
Which beats the Ace of Clubs.
Okay. Cool.
So I stand.
All right.
Okay. And I think that means what does that mean? Because the closing question, does that mean I cleanly win?
Hold on, let's see. And in combat, okay.
I don't. Sorry to rules it, but the suit order changes with each game.
Does it? Oh, okay.
So let's see. What does it say? For clubs, spades are higher than clubs and higher than diamonds and higher than hearts. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Sorry,
All right.
Tiest, I think
So
you were going to point that out as well.
yeah,
Sorry.
no. Keep playing without a character. You can still represent the same house. Participate fully in the games that call for an audience of or allies. On your own turn, simply always choose intrigue and muster. So, I mean, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I didn't read ahead. Crap. Okay. Are you okay with that? I mean, like, you create another House of Antyre person. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
could we do that? Just
Yeah, I mean, you can totally create another House of Antyre person. In fact, I mean, it would be actually interesting if you did, only because it's like, you didn't come back, Cyril didn't come back, and so who's next in line to you? And that person comes around for revenge. So that could be interesting too. Um,
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. I think this is Game of Thrones. Of course, we're gonna
of
just
course.
kill off. What I don't think this like does. Here's the question I want to ask here.
Mhm.
So you cleanly win is the
Right.
thing. You get both those cards.
Okay.
You get two aces. So people, if you're looking to steal cards from someone, you have it right there.
Yeah.
Because they're pretty much right in line for the throne now, I assume. Um, yeah, I want to know is this at this point, there has been a sword fight, someone has died. Is this something that attracts attention, or is Warwick able to flee without making it clear, without having is Warwick able to walk away with this without people knowing it was him and it was them
Well,
involved in the fight?
let me ask you, what did Cyril take from Warwick's room?
I think there were letters with Sandoreale's seal on them.
Right. Yeah. And I think, ooh, ooh. I think with Sandoreale's connivance, and it doesn't have to be Martin himself. It could be with somebody else that Martin can suggest. But I think with Sandoreale's connivance and with more Oak help, I think perhaps we maneuver it so we say that Cyril has stolen away with some intelligence from Dillestone and, you know, had dispatched him in defense of the, of the house. And so, there's one trouble gone, but
yes,
we,
entirely honourable and reasonable thing to do.
right. And
Oh,
then,
you know what the thing is though? You know what the thing that it has to be? I
hmm
don't have the letters. Like you saw, I had them at the start of the chase,
hmm
and then when you check, there is no letter there.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's cool too. I mean, that's fine. It's like, yeah, maybe I missed you, like, doing the drop or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, and then, more intrigue of like, like one, finding the letters, and then two, like just trying to convince, like, Torrval that everything's fine. A possible, you know, not traitor necessarily, but a possible antagonist or contender for the throne is taken out of play. And, you know, I think we hear the theme music going off, and it's like, maybe this is the time for that post credit scene of like someone else coming from House Antyre hearing about the nonsense, or
Mm.
getting a hold of the Sandoreale Oak letters. I don't know.
Sure. We'll see.
Think about that. Yeah, think about how that's going to look in the rest of play. So we have time to do stars and wishes because I don't want to end too late and stuff. Um, so yeah, just keeping track of like it was my turn, so Tiest would be the first one to pick a game for next session. And yeah, we still have plenty of other games to play, but we're gonna finish off with War and Endgame Coronation for next time to see who's really going to be in the running. Because as we can see, this can go back and forth at any point, depending on the cards. Stars and wishes. Stars are things that you liked about the gameplay, role play each other. Wishes, what you like to see for next time.
Since no one else is saying anything, I mean, I this is my jam. I really enjoy these. It's just such a nice way, and it's also, it's like training wheels, right? And you can do your wheelie, or you can just coast along. It's good stuff. The dance scene was great. Yeah, everyone joining in on that, and when it was first proposed, and it's sort of like, oh, how do you get more than 2 people to work in the dance scene? But it was great, right? And everyone jumped in on that, and it was wonderful. And what I loved was how it really gave me, at least, the feel of, I'm going through a court intrigue, and I'm like just trying people out, just seeing where their allegiances are sitting. It was wonderful. Stealing time, Kamissa and Torrval. It's always a great scene, that one, and I love the way that you intercut between your conversation and the actions. It was lovely. I loved that a lot. And then what a great finish with the sword fight and a kill. That is a perfect end of episode thing. Yeah, Stephen, whatever you want to do next week, we'll support that. Wishes wise, 3 sessions. Oh. And what was my other wish? Oh, do you know what? So all through this, and I'm just going to put it out there, right? I've been trying to think, who is Martin, Gunn? Who's he got the hots for? And I actually quite like the idea of Martin and Torrval having a thing going on, but it's like, all of the machinations are for the houses, but we've actually got a thing going on. But then the other is the more obvious is that actually Warwick and Martin are in cahoots, and not just in cahoots, but a little bit more. So I want to see, my wish is to see where that ends up falling, because I haven't decided yet. And yeah,
you might not need to choose.
I might not need to choose.
You don't have to pick just one.
The thing is, how many marriages between kings and queens involve any love whatsoever, right? Just putting that out there.
Who knows? Well, I could have gone next, except I was busy coughing. I apologize. But anyway, I mean, this was lovely. I was not sure how this was going to go, because honestly, I mean, as I was making the character keeper and then looking at all the games, I'm like, I don't know if I could do this, because I'm not a big court intrigue person. I didn't watch Game of Thrones and everything like this, but it really flowed really well. So I have all of you to thank for that. Thank you so much. And Stephen, I definitely appreciated our scenes with the chase and then going right into meeting sword to sword, because it made a lot of sense, and it just created such a cinematic experience for the action, especially for the ending. And it's like, I'm so sorry, meaning to kill you, but I mean, it seemed to fit, right? And you don't have to play House Antyre for next time if you don't want to, but I mean, if you did and then claimed vengeance, that would be amazing, for the next session. So that's sort of like Star Wish. I don't know what you want to call it, but that was excellent. And I appreciated our scene, Tiest, where it was like it was quiet and friendly and just like really like kind of put in this underlying, as you say, like friendship or something perhaps more there. It's like, willing allies, and it could be something more, not sure, because again, who's playing whom, or is it truly friendship and such? I don't know. I mean, like, what's the hell with Martin and Torrval? I mean, is that true or not? I don't know. And then the thing between Torrval and Kamissa was just absolutely lovely. I mean, I could totally see that too as a vulnerable scene that needed some quiet time. So I mean, it was your both opportunity to come away from the politicking and everything, and then just be quiet together and like reveal a little bit of vulnerability. And maybe that is, as I said, in character creation. I mean, like Torrval brooding, Kamissa being cheerful, and it's like just kind of canceling each other out and just helping each other through this, whatever this is. So I thought everybody did such a great job in just developing characters, and it was wonderful. So it was great playing off of everybody. And yes, I wish I had thought about doing like at least three sessions, because my previous Firebrands games, it's like we did at least four, and we needed that much time to really dig into the meat of a Firebrands game. So just a note for next time. It's like, if you want to run a Firebrands game or play another Firebrands game yourself, David, got to be more than 2 sessions. But anyway, for even the short amount of time with this, I mean, like, we got through the games, and so much character actions and development through that. So again, thank you all for that.
I can go real quick. I really dig this system. I kind of liked your take on it, Tiest, where you can kind of make it as complex or as straightforward or simple as you want it to be, which I think is actually really. I kind of like it when games have sort of adjustable difficulty, but it's self-adjustable by each player. Because some games are so simple, people don't like them. Some games are too complex, and you can just kind of adjust what you're doing to your own liking. So in that regard, I quite like the mechanics of this type of game. Is this how most Firebrands games are set up? They
Yeah.
kind of have that. That's really, really cool.
The language is very similar to all of them. I mean, I should know because I've created the character keepers for all of the ones that I have, except for
Oh boy.
Once More Into the Void. But I mean, yeah, the language is very similar among all of them for the
Interesting.
games.
Yeah, I dig it. It's a neat, just mechanically speaking, kind of way to set things up. But as for this game specifically, I didn't even know that you could die in this game. So I thought the Cyril Warwick fight chase was a really neat climax, and I'm looking forward to seeing what comes afterward. I really dig the sort of relationship. It's a relationship between Torrval and Kamissa. I'm okay if it ends up going south for some reason. Tiest, if you want that, feel free. That's part of what these games are about, is having the drama. And I kind of like, just as sort of one more story, kind of like how the game lets you play it a little bit more like you're trying to start a war, or you can play it a little bit more as I'm just trying to win at diplomacy and just politicking peacefully. It kind of reminds me again of those civilization style games where some factions really are trying to push for warfare and some are trying to push for peacetime, and you do better when it's one versus the other. Just kind of what it reminds me of a little bit here. So it's real fun. I think the wishes that I did have were pretty much baked into that. I'm looking forward to seeing, Stephen, what you decide to do. I think either way is going to be fun. Um, Other than that, yeah. No, I think I'm just looking forward to seeing what other games we pull out. But that's it for me.
Cool, I can jump in if that's okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed the session. It's really good. I feel like we have, like, this is what Firebrands can do, and we sort of had a game where it shows stuff that Firebrands do that other games can't do quite the same with it. And I really appreciate, when me and Tiest played this before, it was at a convention. Somebody else was facilitating. It was in a convention slot of maybe 3 hours at most. And like, admittedly, that I do play games really short all the time. I'm like the 2-hour games guy, but it's really nice to have a bit more space and to have a bit more sort of time for development with that. I really liked the chase and the fight happening concurrently with the stealing time as well.
Yeah.
And at the end of the fight was, again, like Firebrands can do this. Like, we were all quite shocked as players that somebody's died. Like, that's the Red Wedding thing of like, you don't get, oh right, one of our characters died. We're halfway through the game. Wait a minute, this is mad. And I hope it was okay with you, David, but I really liked having stealing time together. Is really interesting to play because it does feel a bit like a sort of will they won't they kind of thing. It's a weird thing of the way the overtures work. It sort of is like asking for consent. It's weird. But it was really enjoyable to do it. And I had a moment where I got out of myself and thought, wait a minute, I'm acting this scene out with David. I don't think we've played together before on a game before, like with a complete stranger. Only on open Hearth will you get a scene like that you can do it, and it still feels like it works and it moves it. So yeah, I really appreciate that. My wishes for next time, I sort of hope we get a war because that does some mad things with the system. And sort of throws everyone up in the air. So that'll be really good. But yeah, looking forward to playing it, and really looking forward to next week. Good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. Thank you for I thought it was great. Thank you for like going as hard as you could, Mads, with our scenes together. I really just like this idea of Mads as the alien from Alien Isolation. Like I went like, no, I'll just go through the duct and come out the here to intercept you.
That's great. Oh my gosh.
I thought that was great, and going for the throat in our climax. That was fun. I liked the this kind of light intrigue of the dance. And yeah, I also it would be cool to see a war break out. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see if that happens.
Yeah.
I also should remind folks, like again, if you want to steal cards, you know who to steal them from.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could, because like Intrigue and Muster can be played multiple times. I mean, like it's played by one person and then, whatever just is determined.
Yeah, it's interesting because you can get other people to steal cards from them, but you
Yes.
can't directly steal them.
Exactly. And, we really have 5 games that haven't been played yet. So, I mean, like, we could do all of them, any of them, or just concentrate directly towards this is what we're going for. We're going to go towards war and endgame and then, go from there. But we have not done an animated disagreement. We have not done a conversation over food. We have not done trials by contest, war, or endgame the coronation, obviously, because that's the one we're going to end with.
If you do war, you'd force Warwick to burn that ace of clubs.
Yeah. So, I mean, again,
I do like the system. Like, I do like that there is enough system engagement, and I'm a big fan of role playing games where there's a winner at the end. I don't know. It's just because it's that thing that people ask you, "Oh, did you win?" Like, you can actually answer that now, can't you? With like one of us will be able to say, "Yes, we won."
Exactly. I mean, like, yeah, you wouldn't think so, but I mean, like the melancholy endings or whatever, or tragic endings, like from Once More Into the Void. I mean, like, there is a winner, in a way of that one. But at any rate, yes, you're right. This is a definitive. This is the thing that's going to be sitting. This is the house that's going to be sitting on the throne, and yeah, going from there. And yes, the playing cards room should save. I mean, it's only after 30 days, or I think it's 2 weeks or 30 days of inactivity that it will go away. So, we're safe. We'll play next week. It's good. So, yeah, we'll leave things as they are. And just start thinking about what you want to do for your characters for next week. It's gonna be great. Oh my god, I'm looking forward to this. This is gonna be awesome. So you guys have a wonderful week. Happy gaming to you all, and I will see you next time. Alrighty, Thank you.